So getting a little bit of a late start, well, actually a lot of bit, because it is about 4 o'clock. But I spent all morning filling out applications and such for when I graduate next spring. I'm trying to land a job somewhere back home here in St. Augustine so that I can at least be close to my parents and family, as well as have a free place to keep all my cars. Just kidding. But because I spent all morning doing that, and given the fact that I'm still here working on these cars by myself, my boy Josh, everyone's favorite Filipino, should be making his way over here a little bit later tonight. So in the meantime, I figured I would mess around a little bit with the S13 to try to get this sucker started. Let me just give you guys a quick rundown of what's happening right now. Okay. Hi! I already have my OBD2 reader plugged in. Let me go ahead and turn her over. Nothing. If we go ahead and read the check engine light, P1336. That has something to do with the crankshaft position sensor. And after doing some research, I found out that my best bet is to just replace the crankshaft position sensor with a new one. So I ordered this new one earlier this week, and I'm hoping that it fixes my issue. On the 5.7 from the 04 GTO, which is where this engine's from, the crankshaft position sensor is ever so conveniently placed right behind the starter. Get a better look at it from underneath the car. So this little sucker right on the other side of the starter is the sensor that we need to replace. Not sure if you guys can see it at all. So what I'm thinking is if we just take the starter bolts off, we should have enough clearance to take that sensor out and replace it. Uh-oh. My mom's home. I don't think she's gonna appreciate the music I'm playing right now.
That is bad. I
What?
don't like that song.
No, it's not bad.
It's corrupting you. Tell Joanne no more.
No more Bad Bunny, Joanne. You heard it from Mama. But yeah, after a bunch of finagling, I was able to get the old sensor out and the new one in. And I was able to reach back in there and then use a 1/4-inch drive in 10 mil to take the bolt that holds the sensor on off. Shortly after my mom gets home, the man himself has arrived. Hello!
Hey, what's going on? Sorry, I kind of abandoned you on all that work you've been doing.
Nah, it's okay.
I'm just watching your latest video, not listening to it. I play it while I'm driving, I'm just listening. I'm not watching.
Okay, okay.
Oh, that was bad to say there. Hola! ¿Cómo estás?
What is this?
It's a towel for Nacho. Here's a blankie.
New blanket for Nacho.
Here's a blankie. Yeah.
He likes it.
Nacho, bring your blankie in. Come on. Here. Take it in. Put it in your bed.
What is it? Oh, okay. Crazy.
Okay, enough of this chit chat. Who's gonna come and help me work on this car?
Well, we're gonna leave and oh, wait a minute. You didn't give me a kiss.
No, he didn't give me a kiss because I was here and he came
Give
first.
me a kiss. Get this real close.
So you coming?
We got somewhere to be.
Oh, okay. Excuses, huh?
Well, I got a party to go to.
Oh, a party that I wasn't invited to?
The party you were not invited to.
The lonely life of Alan, always having to work on his cars by himself. Oh, well, my parents have a Christmas party to go to. Let's get this thing done, though. Everything's back on. Starter is bolted back in. Time for the moment of truth that I'm pretty sure I'm ultimately going to be let down on. As expected. Went ahead and hooked up my laptop with HP tuners onto it, into the OBD2. I guess this code reader doesn't read all the codes. Here we have engine coolant temp sensor, high circuit, that shouldn't keep the car from starting. The crank relearn code, and then this. It's like some alternator code. P1637 generator L terminal. As I was doing some research sitting in the 240, I completely forgot that I was gonna meet up with my buddy Pedro to get a bunch of tires mounted. Now, because I already have plenty of tires for the S13 that I didn't get to drift on because, you know, the car broke on me, I'm going to get a bunch of these FRS spares mounted as well as another set of 255s on my daily RPF ones for the S14. I'm over here with Pedro, my boy, to mount my tires. And what is he listening to? The same song my mom told me to turn off.
I'm not turning it off.
So while Pedro's mounting my tires, he told me he had a nice little care package for me.
Oh yeah, dude.
You didn't have to. It's an early Christmas gift though. Ooh. Coolant. Brake fluid. Oil filter. Dude, this is all Nissan stuff. This ain't cheap. This is probably the best thing ever since I never use gloves.
Yo, no glove, no love.
So what is this? It's like a rust?
It's a rust penetrant. You know how you get seized bolts?
Yeah.
And then this rust penetrant will eat through the foam. You see how it just eats through it? It's really good for like nuts and bolts.
Yeah.
Seized and you have trouble, you spray this.
Oh,
you
dang.
let it sit and boom.
Wow.
You get it off. It helps a lot.
Pedro said that this would, what? It's gonna help me do what?
Bust nuts.
Dude, okay, wow, I'm gonna be able to bust all kinds of nuts with this. All right, so Pedro said he was gonna get those tires mounted for me by tomorrow. I mean, there's really no rush. It's not like I'm gonna make the drift event anyways. And again, big shout out to him for mounting those tires for me. And for those of you that think I get my tires mounted free, no. I send him a little bit of money, which is obviously the nice thing to do. But I'm here at the gas station, filling up this gas guzzler. Wonder how much money it's gonna cost. My guess, since it's about, I think, a 23-gallon tank, $54.28. So if I'm wrong, that means you guys have to like this video. And look who just rolled up, the Filipino speedster himself.
What?
The Filipino speedster, that's your name.
No.
Because you like to do 130-mile-an-hour flybys on your Hayabusa.
No.
Oh, well, would you look at that? I was wrong. So you better like this video or I'm gonna send Josh after you.
I'll go after you on my bike.
Okay, Josh and I are back at the house. He's actually having some problems with his Solstice. We're just letting the engine cool down a little bit before we mess with it. And since I have him here, I'm gonna recruit him to help me try to start this thing with some starting fluid and then to throw the transmission in the BRZ. And then after we get all this stuff done, I think we'll call it for a night. I think that's a pretty solid day worth of work, whatever. I don't know if that sounded right, but who cares? Let's hope that this does something. Key and ignition. All right, go ahead and start spraying. Okay, so we have spark. I don't want to keep doing that because the neighbors will get pissed with this thing being so freaking loud.
Could the problem be? It
has to be fuel. It has to be fuel related.
It has to be.
That's one more thing that we know more about the car and its problem than I did before. It's dark though. I'm not about to try to figure it out. But I got the whole weekend, so we're good. You ready to tackle this transmission? All this muscle of yours? No. Believe it or not, like Josh in middle school was like the fastest and strongest kid at school. No one could keep up with him.
It's been so long ago. Yeah, I remember it.
So you should be able to do this transmission by yourself.
No, I got it. You could go home and, well, it is your house.
All right, well, let's tackle this thing. After what, Josh? About 45 minutes with the help of good old Victor.
If it wasn't for me, nothing would have been accomplished.
Victor was basically shaking the engine from up top while Josh and I just manhandled the transmission and we were able to get it over all of the dowel pins that hold it on. Still need to go through, torque it down, as well as with the trans mount itself. But I think for tonight, I think we're good. We're not gonna work on your car, Josh?
We'll do that tomorrow.
Sounds good. So I would say a pretty productive day. As far as stuff with the S13, that car's screwed. I don't know what to think of it.
It's over S13.
Hey, I see how it is, Josh.
You got it turned over. It's just getting there.
So I think me and the boys, we're gonna go to Buffalo Wild Wings, chow down on some good old food. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I need you guys to click that little bell notification thingy because I'm gonna be coming out with daily videos all Christmas break. So I hope you all have an awesome day. Victor, say something stupid.
Merry Christmas.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.